I held it in while I was standing in the hall. I didn't let a single drop begin to fall. I looked you in the eye with the gaze of polished stone, and waited till I reached the street to be alone. The engine's running low and the heater's on the blast, while I'm driving through the shadows of a life that couldn't last. The armor was so heavy, the mask was on so tight, but it finally started cracking in the middle of the night. I was the picture of the steady, I was the pillar of the cold, until the stories in my head were the only ones I told. I cried after I left, I didn't want you to see the way the world was breaking in the center of me. I kept the fire hidden till I reached the open road, then I let the weight of everything finally unload. The dashboard is a river, the glass is all a blur, crying for the person that I never thought we were. Yeah, I cried after I left. I pulled over by the park where the trees are turning black, knowing that there's no more road that leads us back. The silence in the car is the loudest thing I've heard since the moment that we finished on that final bitter word. I'm gasping for the air, I'm shaking at the wheel, finally letting myself feel the way I really feel. It's not a sign of weakness, it's not a sign of regret, it's just the salt and water for the things I can't forget. I had to be the hero, I had to be the wall, but even the strongest foundations have to fall. I'm washing out the poison, I'm washing out the pride. I cried after I left, I didn't want you to see the way the world was breaking in the center of me. I kept the fire hidden till I reached the open road, then I let the weight of everything finally unload. The dashboard is a river, the glass is all a blur, crying for the person that I never thought we were. Yeah, I cried after I left. The storm is breaking now, the salt is on my skin, letting the ending finally begin. You didn't see it, but I felt it all. I saw the look inside your eyes, the hunger to be right, the way you gathered up your words to sharpen for the fight. I had 1,000 things to say, a list of every scar. I could have torn the ceiling down and reached for every star, but I saw the desperation in the way you took your stand, and I simply let the weapon fall right out of my hand. You wanted the last word, you wanted the crown, you wanted to be the one who didn't let us down, so I swallowed the truth and I just to stay alive. Go ahead and tell the story of how I was the one who turned away from everything before the day was done. Paint me as the shadow, paint me as the cold. I won't interrupt the lies that are being told. There's a power in the silence that you'll never understand. The grace of leaving everything inside a broken hand. It's a hollow kind of victory you're holding in your chest. But if it brings you peace, then I'll give it all the rest. I'd rather be the villain and in the world you choose to see than stay inside the cage of what you wanted me to be. The war is over now, the field is finally still. I let you win the ending, I let you have the prize, I let you see the version that was comfortable for your eyes. I didn't argue the points or the things that you said, I just walked away and let the fire go dead. If being the hero is what you need to survive, then I let you win the ending. Keep the trophy, keep the pride, I'm taking the truth on the other side. You won the ending, I won my life. The key is on the counter, just a cold piece of brass. Watching all the hours and the minutes slowly pass. I didn't leave because the fire ever lost its heat, or because I found a better path beneath my feet. I left because the air we breathe was turning into lead, and there was nothing left to say that hadn't been said. My heart is screaming stay, but my feet are on the road, carrying the weight of a heavy broken cold. I'm pulling out the driveway with a mirror full of rain, trying to find the border where the love outruns the pain. I walked away still loving you. It's the hardest thing I've done, running from the shadows while I'm reaching for the sun. I didn't quit because I'm cold or because I found someone new. I just couldn't watch us break until there's nothing left to do. Yeah, my hands were shaking as I pulled the handle through. I walked away still loving you. I've memorized the way you look when you're fast asleep, a gallery of memories I'm terrified to keep. I'm driving through the city just to feel the empty space, but everywhere I look I see a ghost of your face. It's a mercy and a murder, it's a blessing and a curse to leave while things are bad before they get even worse. If I stayed another hour I would never leave it all. I'd be back inside the cycle, back against the wall, so I'm choosing 10 miles out, and I'm still yours. Closing all the open doors, I walked away. God, I'm still loving you. I expected the ache, I expected the sting, to feel the weight of every broken thing. I thought I'd be gasping, reaching for air, drowning in the middle of a long-term despair. But I turned the key and I stepped on the grass and watched the heavy shadows of the hallways pass. And for the first time in seasons, the pressure was gone, like the very first breath at the edge of the dawn. It wasn't a tearing, it wasn't a rip, it was a loosening of a poison grip. The blood started flowing, the color came back to a world that was settled in a permanent black. Leaving felt like healing, it felt like the cure, like finally becoming something steady and sure. I thought I was dying when I walked through the door, but I'm living much more than I was before. It wasn't a loss, it was a long way to gain. The first drop of water at the end of the rain. Yeah, leaving felt like healing. The silence in my new place is a medicine too. Without the static and the friction of you, the bruises are fading, the fever is down. I'm a different person in a different town. Every step away is a stitch in the soul, making the fragments finally whole. I'm not running away, I'm running to the light, leaving the sickness in the middle of the night. They tell you that pardon is a sorrowful thing, but they don't know the peace that the distance can bring. When the air is no longer a battle to breathe, and you finally give yourself permission to leave. The wound is closing, the spirit is free. Yeah, leaving felt like healing, it felt like the cure, like finally becoming something steady and sure. I thought I was dying when I walked through the door, but I'm living much more than I was before. It wasn't a loss, it was a long way to gain. The first drop of water at the end of the rain. Yeah, leaving felt like healing. Leaving felt like healing. Waking up, breaking through, stronger than I ever was with you. No more pain, no more scar, watching the light from a distant star. We've been circling the train in this quiet room, trying to find a light in the middle of the gloom. We said every word, we shed every tear, but the air only gets thicker every passing year. I look at your face and I see the fatigue. We're playing a game in a broken league, and staying right here is a slow kind of death. counting the seconds in every shallow breath. I could stay and watch the fire turn to gray and let the bitter feelings eat the rest of us away. But I'd rather say the piece of us is still worth the price than watch the last flicker fade out of your eyes. Leaving was the only love left in my hands, the only way to say what the heart understands. If I stay, we'll turn to stone. If I stay, we'll start to hate. And I'd rather walk away before it's far too late. I'm doing this for you, I'm doing this for us. Leaving was the only love left we could trust. I'm packing the memories, I'm leaving the pain. I'm stepping out the door and into the rain. It feels like a betrayal, it feels like a sin, but it's the only way for your life to begin. I love you enough to be the one who goes to stop the cold wind before everything freezes and snows. I'm letting you go so you can finally breathe. True devotion isn't always holding on tight. Sometimes it's a shadow walking into the night. I'm protecting the past from a future of war by choosing to walk through the frame of the door. It's the hardest kind of mercy I've ever had to show. Leaving was the only love left in my hands, the only way to save what the heart understands. If I stay, we'll turn to stone. If I stay, we'll start to hate. And I'd rather walk away before it's far too late. I'm doing this for you, I'm doing this for us. Leaving was the only love left we could trust. Safe in the distance, all in the dark. I'm saving the memory, saving the spark. Goodbye, my life. Leaving was the only love left. I was standing on the front line, armor in the dust, waiting for a signal, waiting for some trust. I look behind my shoulder for the strength of your hand, but I was just a soldier on a desert piece of land. The wind began to howl and the sky began to fall, and I realized you weren't coming for me after all. I would've burned the world just to keep you warm. I would've been the shelter in the middle of the storm. But when the wall started shaking and the floor began to slide, you were looking for a way to get to the other side. Love didn't fight for me, it didn't even try. It just stood there silent while the fire hit the sky. I was worth the struggle, I was worth the heavy cost, but you just stood and counted up everything we lost. Yeah, I gave my all until there was nothing left to see. But love didn't fight for me. There's a quiet kind of anger in the middle of the chest, when you realize you're the only one who put it to the test. I was holding up the ceiling, I was bracing for the blow, while you were packing suitcases and getting ready to go. No battle cry was sounding, no colors were displayed, just a slow and steady with blood on my shield. Love didn't fight for me, it didn't even try. It just stood there silent while the fire hit the sky. I was worth the struggle, I was worth the heavy cost, but you just stood and counted up everything we lost. Yeah, I gave my all until there was nothing left to see. But love didn't fight for me. I'm dropping my sword, I'm leaving the field, finally letting the wounds be healed. You stayed still while I fell. Love didn't fight. Silent, silent, silent. Love didn't fight. Real life baptism your side, empty for the drive. Just trying to keep the ghost of us alive. I kept checking the mirror, can look into the right, expecting to see a silhouette in the dashboard light. I drove through the city, I drove through the rain, with a heavy kind of silence settled in my brain. I pulled into the driveway and I turned off the heat, but I didn't hear the sound of your heart skip a beat. I walked up the path with the weight on my back, looking for a flicker in the middle of the black. I held the door open for a second too long, waiting for the melody of the finished song. Didn't follow me home, it stayed at the gate. It didn't want to carry all the pieces and the weight. I stepped through the threshold and I stood there alone in a house that was built out of timber and stone. The presence is gone, the spirit is away. Love didn't follow me home today. Just me and the walls, just me and the floor. Nothing followed me home today. I hung on my coat and I put away the keys. I'm listening to the wind battling the trees. I walked through the kitchen and I turned on the light, but the shadows are the only ones staying for the night. I look at the pill, I looked at the bed, and realized the ice was already dead. It didn't tag along, it didn't hitch a ride. It's out there in the distance on the other side. It's a different kind of quiet, a different kind of cold, to realize the story has finally been told. I left it on the corner, I left it in the park. I didn't bring the fire back to light up the dark. I'm breathing in the emptiness, I'm finding my peace. Love didn't follow me home, it stayed at the gate. It didn't want to carry all the pieces and the weight. Oh, I stepped through the threshold and I stood there alone in a house that was built out of timber. It's gone, the presence is gone, the spirit is away. Love didn't follow me home today. Just me and the walls, just me and the floor. Nothing follow me through the door. Stayed out there the cold, in the dark. I was walking on a wire, stretched across the dark, waiting for the wind, waiting for the spark. I had to check my shadow every time I turned around, afraid to let my heavy feet touch the solid ground. Your touch was like a fever, your words were like a blade. I was living in the center of the mess that we made, always on the edge, always on the run, looking for a shelter from a burning sun. I traded my peace for a moment of your light. I traded my sleep for a long, lonely night. I was building a temple on a sinking sand, while you held a match in your trembling hand. Loving you wasn't safe. It was a beautiful wreck, a heavy golden chain wrapped around my neck. I was breathing in the smoke, I was playing with the fire, drowning in the middle of a desperate desire. I had to find the exit, I had to find the gate, because loving you was a gamble with a heavy fate. No, loving you wasn't safe. I'm counting up the bruises that nobody can see, the way you try to hollow out the spirit of the me. I was sleeping with one eye open to the sky, waiting for the truth to turn into the light. The air was always heavy, the floor was always thin. I didn't know where us ended, it hurt would begin. But I'm standing on the pavement, I'm breathing in the cool, leaving all the lessons I learned in your school. You say that love is a sanctuary, love is a home, but with you it was a desert where I had to roam. No protection from the wind or no mercy from the heat, just the sound of my heart skipping every single beat. I'm choosing the quiet, I'm choosing the cold. Loving you wasn't safe. It was beautiful red, almost beat the golden chain wrapped around my neck. I was breathing in the smoke, I was playing with the fire, drowning in the middle of a desperate desire. I had to find the exit, I had to find the gate, because loving you was a gamble with a heavy fate. No, no, loving you wasn't safe. I'm on solid ground, the storm is far away, finally seeing the light of the day. Safe now, safe without you. I was standing in the center of the room we used to share, reaching for a feeling that was no longer there. I looked at the window, I looked at the light, but everything was bleeding into a permanent night. It wasn't a choice I made with my head, it was something deep down that finally went dead. A silent command, a shift in the air, and in the cycle of a long-term despair. I try to keep it open, I try to keep it wide, I let every winter storm come rushing inside. But the hinges are tied and the wood is so worn, and a new kind of silence has finally been born. My heart closed the door, I didn't even touch the frame. It stopped responding to the sound of your name. The lock clicked into place with a heavy hollow sound, and buried the memories deep in the ground. No key can turn and no shoulder can break the solid protection of this last mistake. My heart closed the door, I didn't even touch the frame. It stopped responding to the sound of your name. The lock clicked into place with a heavy hollow sound and buried the memories deep in the ground. No key can turn it, no shoulder can break the solid protection of this last mistake. Yeah, my heart closed the door. All tight, no light. Safe in the middle of the night. No entry, no more. Close the door. Close the door. It wasn't a cliff, it wasn't a fall, it wasn't a sudden crash against the wall. It was a leak in the ceiling, a crack in the glass, a million tiny moments that we let pass. I was standing right there, but I was fading out, losing my color to the shadow of the doubt. You were so busy looking at the world outside, you didn't notice when the spirit of us died. A little less talk every time we sat to eat, a little more distance underneath the sheet. I was a fire that you forgot to feed until there was nothing left for me to need. You lost me slowly, and then shatter time like a mountain that you just forgot to climb. No explosion, no fire, no dramatic display. You just let the pieces slowly drift away. By the time you turned around to reach for my hand, I was already a stranger in a different land. Yeah, you lost me slowly. I try to make a noise, try to make a sound, to keep my heavy feet upon a common ground. But you were in the static, you were in the blur, missing the person that I used to be. And where one day I was halfway through the open door, and you were still sleeping on the bedroom floor. It's a quiet kind of leaving, a long distance run. By the time I was gonna work was already done. It's the most painful way for a love to expire, not with the scream but just losing the fire. Watching the light leave the room bit by bit until there wasn't enough left for us to sit. I evaporated right in front of